We've all heard the saying, small world. But how is this fair when we look at ancestry? Ancient kings or rulers have always had ridiculous amounts of kids, and as a result, their genes, in a relative manner, have descended to modern relatives alive today. But how related does this really make us? Today's edition of 5-Minute History, we will take a look into how far these genes have spread and try to understand how related we are as humans in today's world. The Mongol ruler, Genghis Khan, who ruled during the 13th century, conquered an area 3 times the size of Rome. And as he conquered land, he also had many kids with many women. Even after his death, for centuries, to rule the empire, you had to be a direct descendant of him. What this resulted in was his genes spreading all across the globe. It is estimated that 1 in every 200 men on Earth are descendants of the ruler. Or if you're European, how about Charlemagne, who ruled Western Europe shortly after the fall of the Roman Empire? Ruling over areas such as Italy, France, Spain, and Germany, he had many opportunities to reproduce. Charlemagne was named the father of Europe, both geographically and literally, having 20 direct children, which carried his genes worldwide. However, due to infighting amongst his grandsons, many of these descendants would end up in Slavic states and eventually even further, with his genes reaching an estimated 250 million Europeans, or roughly 1/3 of the population of Europe, and additionally, 150 million Americans and another 250 million spread around. For example, here's a stadium of 100,000 people. With the estimated population today being around 8 billion, this makes Charlemagne alone a descendant for around 12% of the world's population today. Or just over a 1 in 10 chance that you or somebody you know is a descendant of Charlemagne. However, don't worry, as genes become distant quite fast, and more than likely, you won't have or show any direct traits from Charlemagne. It may be hard to imagine that so many of us alive today share at least one ancestor, but take for example how fast this number can grow. Just by looking at this 7-generation family tree, you can see how fast the numbers add up. Or this 10-generation example, and it becomes abundantly clear how this is possible for so many of us to share ancestry. Or put it like this, someone from your lineage was doing something during the fall of Rome, Napoleon's conquest, or even the construction of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. There's always been someone, somewhere, in your family tree, and the chances that they reproduced, and probably more than once, increases how many ancestors you have, or had, regardless of where your direct relatives were born. So yes, someone in your lineage was around for every single event throughout human history. And to answer the question of if we really are all related is simple. We are. The genetic isopoint was a time in human history where all branches, yes all, of our family trees crossed. This isopoint occurred between 5300 BC and 2200 BC, which means if you're alive, you are either related to everyone or no one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.